Hello, my name is Alan Suero, and today I'm going to talk about the power of affirmations or declarations, like the Declaration of Independence, right? They declare something, they put it in writing, and the fact that they did this made it real, made it true, and it became true. And in that exact same way, you want to use your declarations, or sometimes called, or mostly called, affirmations. Affirmations get a really bad rap because sometimes I see movies making fun of affirmations with this really fat guy looking at himself in the mirror saying, I'm skinny, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. And he feels like a hypocrite, right? And that is not what affirmations are all about. The mirror has a purpose, and that is that if you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you say, I appreciate you, I love you, and I'm doing everything for you to live a life of kindness, love, and compassion, and you feel like a hypocrite, well, that's completely normal because most people feel like hypocrites when they look at themselves in the mirror and say that. But once you enter that space, then you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I appreciate you, I love you, I'm doing everything I can to make you feel peace, joy, and happiness. And if you feel sincerity in the mirror, then you enter that space. And that is the mirror test. The mirror does not lie. It's actually yourself who doesn't lie because you immediately have feelings of agreement or being a hypocrite. All right? So that's how affirmations can be used in front of a mirror as a test. I believe that doing them in the mirror does not work so well, and that's why they get such a bad rap, and that's why a lot of people say, I tried affirmations and they didn't work for me. And there are different reasons for that, because just saying an affirmation and walking around and saying it a few times a day or saying it in the morning and at night is not going to do it. Most of the time, it does work for some people that can easily suggest themselves to change a thought or a habit or a belief, okay? Because that's what affirmations are used for. You need to change a belief, and you're using the affirmation to change that belief. You want to believe that you should not be anxious for several reasons, that you are anxious, and changing those beliefs will release the anxiety from you, or will erase the anxiety from you. So, coming back to the affirmations, there are different ways that you can use affirmations effectively. And that is making a movie. So, every time you're going to do an affirmation, if you make a gesture with your body, like my favorite one is, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm at peace. Or I'm at peace with my world. Or I'm at peace with all. Or I'm at peace with everything. Sometimes I change it like that. So what this does is when I stop and I think of the affirmation, I just don't see a picture. I see a movie. I see myself moving. With my hands in my chest, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm at peace with everything. So making a movie really does work because it's like easier to remember And it's easier for your subconscious to accept it than just making a picture. Another way of understanding this is that if you make a movie of yourself kind of being happy, not just something that happened in the past. You can use something that happened in the past kind of as an example to shape your future. But if you make a movie of something that has not happened and you look at yourself like you're in a position where you're healthy, you're happy, and you're at peace with everything, then you're starting to really make your future. Because you're making your future in your imagination. And you're making a real future. You're not just making a pictures. Pictures are not completely real in the sense that they're only a snapshot of what we experience. We don't experience life as pictures. We experience life as a continuous flow, as a movie. Okay? So when you use affirmation and you change them into movement or you change them into a movie in your head, which is me sitting down in a restaurant, just laughing and feeling good, being at peace with everything, maybe having some company I love, like my daughter, or some friend that makes me laugh, or maybe one family member, a few family members that make me feel good about myself, because the family relationships sometimes are very important for some people, not for everyone. So having this memory of what's going to happen in the future shapes your future. And that's what the affirmation wants to do. It wants you to feel joy, peace, and happiness in the present, because we do not live in the future. But having a picture of the future help us walk that way, help us embody our future in our present. And we want to embody our future in our present because we actually create our future in our present. Because what is present today might be future tomorrow from the perspective of this moment. But it will be present when I experience that future tomorrow. I will experience my future as the present. So if I picture a future and picture like a moving picture, like a movie, then I'm experiencing my reality in the present of a good future. That way, I can feel really good about it in the present. I can have those feelings in the present, and I can have them pictured in my future also. Because when you picture that real happy moment, you're gonna feel happy in the present. You're gonna feel the same way in the present. So you're sharing those emotions of peace, joy, and happiness, feeling it in the present and picturing in the future. And it has to be like that because you will never reach the future. We never get to our future. We only realize our future as the present. So you want to have that feeling and feel it in the present, and you want to move on into your future with that feeling. So that is why affirmations are so important, and it's important that you make them the right way. And you have to make them yourself. I cannot tell you exactly which affirmations are the best ones for you because I do not know exactly how you feel. I'm not sure if you're feeling sadness, stress, anxiety, or depression, or you're feeling them all, or you're really into a deep hole of anxiety and depression, or you're kind of in the middle between sadness and stress and anxiety and depression. And for what reasons? I do not know that. if I knew that, then I could tell you, use this specific affirmation. But what you want to do is think about it and see what is not right in your thinking that you need to change to get out of that anxiety and that stress or that sadness. In my case, I needed to change how I view myself. When I was super anxious and depressed and sad, I was looking at myself with disrespect because I was looking at failure when I look at myself in that time. And I did not treat myself well either. I criticized myself constantly, and I kept putting myself down, and I kept talking myself down into feeling even worse. So at some point, I knew this was wrong. And immediately, when I was able to study about self-appreciation and self-love, I was able to recognize that and say, okay, I need to change the way I talk to myself. I'm going to start doing affirmations that will take me there. And at first, I adopted the affirmation that I want to love myself. I want to appreciate myself. I'm going to do everything I can to love myself. Because if I said I love myself immediately, I felt like a hypocrite. So I decided to take a step back and say, I'm going to do this. And I kept changing it until I was able to look at myself in the mirror and say, I appreciate you. I love you. I'm doing everything I can to improve your life and improve how you experience life. And by that time, I was walking every day. I was meditating every day. I was in my meditation and in my walking, rationalizing things, processing things, and understanding that life, as we experience it, is a recreation of life itself, and we can change how we feel about anything we experience. So this was my road into feeling neutrality, peace, joy, and happiness. And yours might be similar, but your affirmations should be specific for you. Okay? That's going to be everything for this lesson, because I like to do them not more than 14 minutes, and we're already at 13 minutes. So I have a course called Erase Sadness and Stress from Your Life. It's a beautiful course. It's going to help you to walk into neutrality, peace, joy, and happiness. The link is down there. It's free. I hope you see me in the course, or you see me on my next video.